Happy holidays! This is day 13 of the 2012 Toy Review Advent Calendar. I'm Pixel Dan, and today we're going to take a look at NECA's Brown Gremlin from the Gremlins line. Hey, like I already said, Gremlins is technically a Christmas movie, so this makes perfect sense on the 2012 Advent Calendar. The Brown Gremlin here comes on a standard NECA-style clamshell packaging, which fully showcases the figure within, with the Gremlins logo down at the bottom. The back side of the packaging has an image of the Brown Gremlin from the films, and shows off all of the awesome Mogwai and Gremlins figures that NECA is producing. I have to confess, this is the first Gremlins figure from NECA that I have ever picked up. I have long been in awe of the awesome idea and sculpts behind these figures, but I've never picked one up until now. I don't have any good excuse for it, but I'm rectifying that by finally adding this Brown Gremlin to my collection. And just taking a look at him, I can't believe how incredibly cool this figure is. I mean, the sculpt is absolutely mind-blowing on this guy. First of all, just take a look at that face. He's got those piercing red eyes, those incredibly sharp gremlin teeth sticking out of his mouth. He's got all these little spines sticking out all around his eyes. And then just looking at the body there, all of the details in his scales, all the way down his arms. You got some great details like the little painted markings on his forearms. And one of the things that I love is that the overall paint job on the figure has a little bit of a shine to it. Almost like they've kind of got this glossy reptilian kind of coat going on all over the figure. It is a really great paint job and an even better sculpt on this figure. He looks like he jumped right out of the movie screen. He's got a pretty great range of articulation as well. The head is able to turn both left and right. It doesn't really move forward and backward too much, but it does have the ability to kind of nod a little bit. You do have ball-like joints at the shoulders, so the arms go outwards, forwards, and backwards. You have swivels just above the elbows, as well as an elbow bend. And then the wrists are on ball joints there, so they can roll all the way around and swivel. There's no articulation in his body, but he does have ball-like joints at the hips, so the legs can move outwards and forwards and backwards. He's got regular standard knee joints, so the knees can move forwards and backwards, and then he does have ball-like joints at the ankles there, so the feet can rock all the way around and swivel. So you can really get some great posing out of this guy. Now, one thing I will add is that since he's got the long arms there, he does get a little top-heavy in some poses, but usually you can find a way to maneuver him so that you can get him in some pretty great stances. Now, this dude does include a few accessories as well. First of all, he's got a pair of sweet shades. You can pop those on the figure, and you do kind of have to clip them over the little spikes that are sticking out around his eyes, but once you got him on, man, that is one cool-looking gremlin. And then, of course, to make him even cooler, he comes with a little cigar. It's a very small little piece of plastic, but it actually will be held in his mouth because of the little teeth. You can kind of position it between the teeth, and then you've got the little cigar sticking out of the gremlin's mouth. That's how you know he's a bad dude. Smoking's bad, kids. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the incredibly awesome Brown Gremlin figure from NECA. Seriously, I do not know why I've never picked up any of these Gremlins figures before. I am awestruck by how great this figure is. I love the sculpt. I love the paint job. The articulation is really great on this guy. I don't have anything negative to point out. He is an awesome figure, and I can guarantee that he will not be the last one of these figures that I pick up from NECA. NECA's Gremlins figures are in stores now, so happy hunting, and until next time.